Don't ask what's in my cup. Hey, it's Yay. Hey, it's Yay. Hello, everyone. It's Yay. Back with another episode of Don't Ask What's in My Cup. And today, we're going to be starting our new February series. The theme is Love and Black History Month. And in the main things, we have a special guest to celebrate both Black History Month as well as love. I will introduce them in a second, but before I do that, make sure you press subscribe and press that subscribe button, and also follow me on Instagram at Sippin' with Yay. That's Sippin' OGYE. Get in tune. Also, remember we're doing a sweepstakes, so pay attention to that code word that I'll be giving at the end of this video. So tune in, make sure you win. Instructions will also be in the description. Anywho, like I said, we have a special guest. This time we have two special guests. Ooh, we fancy. And with that being said, I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. They're gonna tell us a little bit about who they are, where to follow them at, and then we're gonna get into it. So let's bring them on. Woo! Woo! Are you excited? I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Do the intro.
Oh, y'all do it? Okay, ready to do our intro?
Oh, you want to do the
We
intro?
can do our intro.
Okay.
Oh man, it's been a minute. What are we doing?
You don't remember?
Oh, I remember. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
What's up, y'all?
It's your girl Treasure.
It's your boy Gio.
And we're back with another
TGTV.
You feel me? It's been a minute since we did that.
Oh yes.
It's been a
So who
while.
are y'all outside of that? I just did it.
Yes.
Yes.
I am Treasure.
And I am Gio.
And we are a couple of people. No, I'm just playing. We're a couple. We've been together for what? How many years? 6 and a half. 7 coming up.
Yes.
Yep.
2 months.
Yep. I am, I've been on here before, so you know. I am the owner of Luminous Treasures. And, I do all that lovely branding and web design and social media marketing. So, that's my intro. And then this is my lovely fiance, Gio. So.
Did y'all hear that?
Wait a minute. Because that wasn't in the intro.
Yeah, that just happened. How long ago?
I can't see you, I'm sorry. I can't see you. Do y'all see that finger? You see it? You see it.
Yeah.
Baby. When is it?
Fiance.
January 16th.
Yep,
January
last
16th,
month. Almost a month ago.
Yeah.
Well, yes. And if you all didn't know, Treasure is my best friend, my consultant, my video editor. I've also known Gio my whole life as well. So, we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to have a few little questions for them. So, tune in. Let's get started. So, we kind of hinted at the big news, but I do have a few questions that happened before the news. So, how did it all start? So we want to talk about how did it all start, and then also how is it going. So you want to say it or you want me to say it?
Let's get your version of it.
My version. I like to simplify it because it's kind of a long story, but the simpler version is his brother took my best friend, aka this one. I don't know which direction she is, but his brother took her to prom, and that's how we met.
Something
like that,
But my shit.
That's your version.
Exactly, that's my version.
That's your version.
What's your version?
Yeah, you got some mad.
Yeah, I got a little bit more to add on that. It was like I don't know how much you want me to actually say, but it was something like Naya and Treasure something happened, I don't know, with prom, and my brother went with Naya, and I met Treasure on the run, and then we just talked. After that, it just happened every Saturday. Then
I've been seeing him since.
Yup.
Love after that.
Yup, and we've been together ever since.
So long story short, they kind of met through me. We gonna
Just keep
There we
it
see.
Yep.
There you go.
They met through me.
I went to church with Gio and his brother. Me and Treasure could not go on prom date with our current people.
We're gonna leave it there. And so connections happen, things happen, and here we are. And how is it going? Now that's the next question.
It's going,
it's been going great. It's been going great.
As we said, we're engaged. We got engaged last month, and we actually have.
How did he do it?
Oh.
How'd I do it?
It was a photo shoot. He actually told me we were doing a photo shoot for our YouTube channel.
Yeah, I was saying that for like
months.
So I kept telling him like every weekend, babe, we gonna go to the mountain. We can go to the mountain.
You take pictures.
Finally did it on January 16th, and
took forever.
We went to the mountains. It was nice, beautiful.
It was
snow.
very beautiful.
She loves snow. So.
I love the snow. We was in the mountains. We was taking pictures. And then when I turned around to take my coat off to take the next picture, he was down on his knee.
Aww. I don't know what Gio doing right now, but and it happened. I just want to say I might take a lot of the stuff that's said in this interview personal because I was there. I'm hearing Treasure talking about, well, he needs to do it soon. Then I also hear Gio like, I'm trying to do it. So I'm like, you gotta speed it up, man. She getting anxious, and I'm trying to tell her like, it'll be okay. It's coming.
Like
what's going on?
6.5 years. We moved out here. We live in Oregon. Moved out here almost 3 years ago. Your girl was over here like, I'm sorry, where's the ring? Where's the ring?
We just.
But it was no rush.
It was.
Right. Right. Well, it happened, and we're glad that it happened, okay? Tune into that. Enjoy your engagement. So, the 5 languages of love consist of quality time, words of affirmation, physical touch, acts of service, and receiving gifts. What do you feel like each other's love language is? Or if there are more than one, which are their love languages? Treasure, you could go first because Gio look like he got to think some more.
I think his are, because he has 2, I think. I would say his are physical touch and receiving gifts. I think those are his love languages.
And Gio, what you think about Treasure?
Physical touch, act of service.
Is that right? Are y'all right?
I don't know what that like. I guess they right.
It was my
How do you all contribute to each other's love
Right,
language?
I can't believe you got it.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know if they agree or disagree.
I would say mine is also words of affirmation.
Yes.
I would say I like to be told things.
I like that one too.
But yeah, he was right about the other 2. I got a lot. I'm a little difficult person.
Yeah, she a little difficult.
She like all of them, basically.
Yeah.
A little bit of them all.
Depends on the time of the month, the day of the week.
Yeah, the day. That time.
So with that being said, how do you all cater to each other's love languages?
Oh, that's such a cute question. I would say,
Got you off, off guard.
It did catch me off guard. I would say that, for the physical touch, since physical touch is one of both of our love languages, I feel like we, touch each other a little bit throughout the day, even if it's not like a full-on you know, not even like a full-on kiss, but just like a, you know, touch me or something, you know what I'm saying? It's just a hug, or if like I'm usually the one to be like, come give me a hug, and just we randomly hug each other, or like, you know, I don't know.
But also you have to learn each other, so you know, at least you all have grown to a point where you all know what each other needs and things like that.
That's the most important part, is knowing your person and learning how they receive love and how they.
Oh, because I almost was about to ask, I guess I should ask it since you're tapping into it. My next question is, what advice would you give to someone that's like either starting a new relationship, in that rocky place of their relationships and things like that?
First of all, when you in that rocky place, understand you won't be there forever if you're with a partner who listens to you, hears what you're saying, and like, not change, because I'm a full believer that people don't change, but you know, shifts who they are and how they go about dealing with you, you know, to cater to what you need, if that makes sense. That's what I would say. I would say make sure you listen and communicate.
Them the two big ones right there. Listen and communicate. Okay, Gio, what you got there?
I say trust. Know the person's gonna be there for you. Some thick and thin. I don't know what else, baby.
You got no advice?
I mean, I'm trying to say it's.
No, trust is a big one in itself. Cause some people be thinking they healed and they be triggered and they be thinking like, yeah, I trust you. But who texts you at 5 a.m. and it's like, where's the trust?
Yeah, trust is the biggest one in love. Trust and love.
True, like unconditional love.
That's the word right there. Unconditional.
No matter what's happening at the time, you know, like somebody's gonna be there for you. know?
So what do you all do in the midst of like an argument or a disagreement?
Whoo, child.
How do you all resolve? I'm not listening. More so, how do you all resolve those issues?
Yeah. So, you know, we had to learn how to communicate with each other, how to argue healthily, like have a healthy argument, you know, because a lot of people go through times in their relationship where you're just arguing and you're just yelling at each other and no one's actually hearing the other person or listening, you know. So what we're learning to do is take a step back and like actually hear what the other person is saying, and then try to like, again, like cater to what they need, you know. Don't just, a really big one is don't just react and respond to respond. Like actually hear what the person is saying, understand
what they actually,
and then, you know, respond. So
after you get done arguing and everything, I think we come back to each other and sit down, talk about it, and really try to really understand what the other person means and like feels like, because sometimes it's not just the person just want to have answers, they just want to be heard, you know, just listen. You know, it's not always about telling the person how you feel and getting all of the anger out, you know.
Or being right and wrong. Like, I'm right. And it's like, okay. And always remember that you love this person. Remember that. You love them. Before anything, you love them.
Period.
So no going back.
If you can go back and change anything, if any, what would you do?
You want me to answer?
Yeah, go ahead. You go first.
What would you do differently?
I think, that's a real tough question. Like, I think I would have said maybe just being friends, best friends, but
Been friends first.
yes, but I think I wouldn't be able to get to know you
the way that we did.
Yeah, so I know I made the right choices as being with you. So what would I tell myself?
That's it.
I mean, but I like it though. I like it. I mean, so everybody always say they wish they were friends in the beginning, but I mean, it feels like there's not really a set way to do things.
Yeah.
So eventually, like you said, you all learned each other, and then that friendship was built. But you know, it would have been beneficial if it was in the beginning.
Facts. I feel like so full disclosure, I feel like we're very both open about this part of our relationship, but like we weren't serious about each other the first like 3 years of our relationship.
Both of us was like on the same page.
We were on the same page. Like, you know, this is just somebody.
This ain't gonna last that long.
Because I was in college, 6 hours away. He was still at home, so it was like.
She just left, like.
Literally.
We met
in April. I left that August.
And.
So I think that was a good one. That like I feel like we weren't serious about each other our first 3 years, so we wasn't really trying to build a friendship. But then because we were together for 3 years, it was like we were together, so we were building something, but it wasn't really like a friendship, I would say. And then when we got serious, we then started to like build a deeper friendship, and that's when it really like got serious.
And triggered, you know. We had our ups and downs, and you know, like good times and bad times, and we still
pushing on. I like that. What are some of your relationship goals for this year?
Let me get the first one.
Okay, go ahead.
I know we trying to plan our wedding.
Yes, we're planning our wedding.
We trying to. Okay, calm down. I got this one.
What's the year?
2023. We're getting married.
I thought Gio was supposed to be saying this.
Sorry.
I know you're getting so excited. I know.
I'm very excited, as you can tell.
Now, breathe.
Go ahead.
Okay, supposed to be 2023 in the springtime. We don't know exactly which month. Okay, we doing it in April. I know it's springtime. We doing it. Yes, we doing it. Save it.
I get to be in a wedding, y'all, because Lord knows hell gonna have to freeze over before your girl get in the meantime.
Yes, she's in the wedding. She's one of the maid of honors.
She's gonna be there.
How many maid of honors you got, Treasure?
What's the next one?
I have 3 maid of honors. All right, 3 maid of honors and 4 bridesmaids. Judge Mama.
She said 3 maid of honors, not bridesmaids.
Next relationship goal.
Oh, I know the next one. Our next one is to build, like, piggybacking off of what we were saying earlier, is even though we're at an awesome place, obviously, in our relationship, we still always want to be growing and do better. So we are, one of our goals is to build our communication this year, learning how to listen again and take it in and all that good stuff.
What was one of the hardest pills to swallow in your relationships? Like one of those things, you know, relationships have to do with a lot of sacrifices and a lot of compromising. What was one of the biggest pills that you all had to swallow for this relationship to work?
I'll go first. For me, it was the fact that we grew up differently, which is, you know, you get raised a certain way and you do things a certain way, and then when you move in with somebody that was raised differently, you have to adjust. You can't just say, I want it this way, this is the way that I want it, and you know, you gotta just compromise with what I want. You can't say that. You have to compromise. You have to be okay with some things, and you gotta shift your like normal day-to-day thinking. So I would definitely say that it's how we were raised differently.
I like that. All right, Gia.
It's a hard pill you had to swallow.
hard pill I had to swallow is just her being on the phone with like just friends all the time. It's not.
Baby, I'm in this relationship too.
So I knew this was going to go crazy. Cause it's not like, you know, nothing wrong with that. It just, I don't, you know, be on the phone with my friends like that. You know, I'm actually more of a, you know, I like to just be there with them. You know, I'll talk to them a little bit here and there, but I see how she, you know, communicates with y'all like real well. Then, you know, have a, like, you know, real strong bond. You know, like really, you know, really talking on the phone makes me like, let me get more active on the phone. Make me feel, you know, I think I'm feeling old. That's what. But you know, I just, you know, I love it about her though. You know, so it's like a love-hate thing. That's what it is, love-hate thing. Like I love it and I hate it, but I love it. You know.
Yeah, it sounds like it just took a little bit of getting used to and adjusting. Like, upbringings is huge, okay? Because everybody's not raised the same, and you be like, well, that's not how we do it. But, you know, being open, like you said, being open to that. And then it's also like, do you got to tell them everything? Yes, she does. I mean, non-biased opinion. Maybe not, but she does have that as an outlet. She has that as a resource. So that's something like, you gotta either like, is that something that'll break y'all or something that y'all gotta learn and adjust to? So
yeah,
seems like y'all are adjusting. So I like that.
We are absolutely.
In the midst of Black History Month and also love, you can I'm curious, what do you feel like you love about your culture? Or you can say, what do you love about Black love? Feel free to answer both.
Come on. Question?
I love that question. Can I answer both?
Yes.
Do you have an answer? Can I go first?
Ladies first.
Well, I want to say I love about Black culture is the community that it brings. That, and I think I felt this more living in college, going to college and living in Ohio and then moving to Oregon. That, you know, in college when it's like when you see another Black person, a fellow Black person, it's like, I see you, we're here, you're not alone. And then moving to Oregon, I feel like when we see another fellow Black person, it's the same type of vibe. It's just like, you know, you just feel this sense of community, this sense of like, you know, it's gonna be okay. Like, you know what I mean?
My favorite thing about Black culture is just how we get together and cook.
The food. Sleep. I miss it so much.
The food be good, you know.
Ain't got nothing.
But besides all that, you know, the food is just how we just communicate together. We try to be strong for each other, Black businesses, you know. We actually try to help each other out, you know, support it, do what we have to do, you know, and try to bring each other up, you know. So that's what I love about, you know, Black culture.
Cute. With that being said, thank you all. Do you all have any questions for me?
How do you embody self-love?
I think how I'm starting to embody self-love is reflecting on those 5 love languages and how they contribute to me. Like, how can I provide that for myself? Because I feel like a lot of times love languages is something we expect from someone else to give us. So thinking about more of like, how can I fulfill those languages for myself? So for example, also check out the video. But for example, I know one of the things that's big for me is I yearn for quality time. So it's thinking like, okay, how can I have quality time with myself instead of thinking about someone giving me that? Let me think about how I can contribute to that love language. So I think that's kind of how I think about it, is reflecting on like what I crave and how I can provide it for myself alongside of like expecting my significant other to do the same. So
you coming out with any shirts?
Merch.
Oh, merch! Well, let me check with my consultant.
Yeah,
Well,
give us
I
some
think
It's a
it's
time.
plug for both of us. I am gonna eventually start having my own mug, so tune in for that. We will be getting a mug. Shout out to Treasure, who's also expanding Luminous Treasures to actual merch. So shameless plug, you can add on, go ahead. But yes, I do have a sweatshirt that my cousin made for me that has "Don't Ask What's in My Cup" on it with my logo. I got 2 sweatshirts and a t-shirt. I have not created things to sell just yet, but I am starting to evolve into my brand. So that is a good point. Thank you, Gio. And Treasure, go ahead and get your shameless plug, because I'm definitely
I heard for something else.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
What is your plans
with
with
Luminous Treasure?
Luminous Treasures.
Listen. We just launched some new services. So go on my website, theluminoustreasures.com, to see some of the new stuff that I'm doing. Some product label designs and t-shirts and cups, mugs. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. Tissue paper with like your logo on it. It's a lot going on over there. Come on, check it out if you have your own business.
Come on, Brandon. Do
Hey,
it.
let's do this.
Yes.
Hiya. Very professional.
Black
Just look.
power. That's why I love.
My YouTube would not be a thing if it wasn't for Treasure. So shout out to your girl.
Thank you. I love it.
Any other questions?
No, I love this black love. You know that's how we do it.
Well, with that being said, the code word is black love. So make sure you're putting that in the comments if you want to win for the giveaway. Tune in. Again, that word is black love. Well, do you have any other plugs or anything else you all want to add before we finish?
I mean, if you know, go and run over to TGTV on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. Go if you have a small business or thinking about becoming an entrepreneur. Head over to the Luminous Treasures. Yeah.
You heard it. You heard it. The links will definitely be in the bio, so make sure you're tuning into that. With that being said, don't forget to subscribe. I see you all that's watching without subscribing. You might as well just subscribe. Also follow me on social media at Sippin' with Ye. That's Sippin' no G-Y-E. Tune in. We will be announcing our giveaway winners the end of this month. So make sure you're participating. Again, the description will be in the description. So making sure you follow those instructions. Go forward, share love, share light, and don't ask what's in my cup.